Oh, good afternoon in the Philippines. What time is it here? I don't know. 5:01, is it? Good early evening, good late afternoon if you're in the Philippines. I was doing some reading here. I like to read, believe it or not. Okay. I'm a very visual person, but the only reading I do, I don't read any books really. The internet took, took the place of actual books, though I'm not against it. But anyway, they call it prison mayor, not like the mayor of the city, prison mayor. If you are inciting others to do harm to somebody else, that includes hurting, killing, murdering, you get a fine, but you get the maximum of they call prison mayor. That's what happens if you're found guilty of doing such. I just thought I'd mention that. Kind of came, a little bird kind of came and told me that. And no, you can't do things like that here, man. The one common denominator I'm finding with a lot of shows these days is that they're warning a lot of people uh, about coming to the Philippines. I've noticed more and more of that. Well, the justice system out here is different. I'm not saying it's a bad justice system. I'm saying it's different. It's not like maybe you're used to. I could only speak of the United States, or it's different. They got their own set of rules here. Hey, Brisket. Good afternoon, there, Brisket. How are you today? I've had a fairly good day, wild sex and, good food and all that stuff. So how was your day? Yeah. Anyway, you know, uh, it seems to be the consensus. I'm seeing a lot of negativity. I watch various shows that may not be some that you might be familiar with or not, but it seems to be the denominators that people are saying after reading what goes on out here in the law department, the legal system, that people are changing their minds about living here in the Philippines. That's a fact. So, by the way, the third day I had a blackout. Third, it wasn't terribly long, but oh well. The inefficiency of good workers or good generators and combination of both, I have no idea. Okay, brisket, brisket, brisket. I've had a productive and enjoyable day, thank you. I hope you are well. Yeah, I'm well. I'm well. I'm well, well, well. I'm going to interview, I hope. I got to talk to him. There's a man living in town. He's a foreigner, white guy, 100 years old, supposedly. We went to pay our electric bill today, and there was this guy who was very old looking, for sure, talking to a Filipino lady. And my trike driver at the time said, "Yeah, I know that guy. He's like over 100 years old." I said, "Really? Oh, I seriously have to talk to this guy." So I think this guy runs, and he still runs. Can you imagine that shit? So I think my trike driver knows where he lives, and I think in the next few days, let's try to track this guy down, see if I could interview him and tell us what is his secret. Isn't that amazing? That's quite amazing. Come on, to be 100 years old and that agile, and what have I been saying to you all along? Moving your blood, moving your blood. This guy, I think he has perhaps been a runner all his life. It could be some genetics involved in there too, but for 100, he looked old, but for 100, he looked good. The fact that he was standing up straight and talking to the Filipino lady that was good enough for me. Wow. Yeah, it sounds like somebody I would enjoy interviewing. Yeah, I would. I'll find him sooner or later. Maybe just put a little wireless mic on him or something, and I wouldn't mind doing that. I mean, I'll even get on camera with him. That wouldn't be a problem. But yeah, I get curious about stuff like that. What is your secret, sir? Just like my own uncle, Hope he's alive. I know he went in there to remove part of his intestine again. Just not the time. He's supposed to have survived it, but I don't know. He's over 100. I've spoke to him. He said he eats shit. He always ate shit food. He was no health fanatic. He didn't take vitamins all his life and all that stuff. He didn't smoke, though. That was good. Well, until he got married, he quit. When he got married, when he was young, but he quit after that. So pretty much his lungs, I'm sure, not very damaged by smoking. But environment, like anybody else, I'm sure there's some damage. There goes that siren again. It's telling me it's 5 o'clock. I don't even need a clock. It's saying it's 5 o'clock. It's dinner time. It's time to get out of work or go home and make dinner. They have these reminders out here. They're such good people. He stood up straight. Did he speak without stuttering and bumping too? From what I've seen, yeah. He didn't walk like a crab either, and he didn't have a cane. Had to throw that in there. Had to throw that in there. Why not? Oh, I'm just kicking back, man. I had a little heartburn from something. I don't like taking anything with aluminum hydroxide in it, though. Yeah, but that's all I had. Come on, doggies. Gives them something to do, you know. They feel like they're protecting us, so, I mean, that's a great thing to do. You got to see where I baby my dogs, especially the older one. She's 7. I go there and I buy, go and buy the cream, hydrocortisone cream for some areas she has, and I tend to her, whatever her needs are. I try to do my best. I got her on, which you probably wouldn't pay for. I had certain things. It's like a sea kelp, seaweed liquid that has all the minerals that some of these dogs don't have. It's helped the peripheral area of her eye a little bit, getting her color back, where she had this, what the hell is that called again? Hyperpigmentation coming and going all the time. It's just, it's kind of ridiculous, really. Okay, where are we here? Okay. I got woken up every morning by the call to prayer. Oh gosh, really? I couldn't do that. Oh gee. No, I sometimes wait. I'm a light sleeper. If there's a heavy rain, that could wake me up. I know I had a dream last night, so I know I had somewhat of a deep sleep. But I'll still sometimes get up at 4:30, 5. If I go back to bed, I might get a couple more hours in. But I go to bed anywhere from, seriously, it's on an average about 10 o'clock. On an average, I get maybe, if I'm lucky, 6 hours of sleep, and I'd like to get 7 to 8, but that doesn't always happen, unfortunately. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take much for me to wake up, really. I'm very alert of my environment. Problem is, my windows, they shake a little bit. If there's wind out there, you hear a little rattle on the window. That noise is enough to get me up. Yeah, pretty much. I'm not one of these people that go to sleep and, you could set off bombs and stuff and they still be sleeping. That's just not me. Call to prayer, huh? We need more prayer. But anyway, yeah, I was, thought I'd share that with you. I was reading this thing on inciting violence. And of course, there's more of a kick to this if you're actually saying it yourself, which we know somebody who did. They wants to kill me. And this is while he's incarcerated. Can you believe that shit? And inciting others. I never said that. I never say you. The hell you didn't. The hell you fucking didn't. I got that recorded, Jack. Goober. I got it recorded. And my windows glass or plastic? No, they're glass. They're real glass. Real glass. They're not the thickest glass in the world. A little concern of a branch. I mean, I got some bars on the windows, but You know, if a branch from a tree in a high wind, it would definitely break the glass, go right through it. I mean, yeah. No, no, no plastic. They're not thick though. I don't like it. You know, but I'm not gonna, tear off all the glass in the house here and put some really, Coke bottle thick freaking glass on the windows here. That'd be quite an extraordinary expense. I'm not gonna go that far. Joe, just basically having a relaxing day. Went downtown, did a few things, bought a couple of small ribeyes for another day. There's one place, it's the only place in town that sells the kidney beans. It's actually it's a little store which is right next to Cocoa Bar. That Cocoa Bar, grill and restaurants and hotel. They own this little shop that sell wines and liquor and they have some canned foods, a few different things. They have some real, chunks of provolone and parmesan, big old things that come from SNR. And they had some T-bones, small T-bones. I don't buy them because it's all bone. You're paying for that, really. So I got some really tiny ribeyes, because I don't want to eat too much meat in the meal, I don't mind eating red meat, but yeah, so I bought these tines, they're a couple of hundred. They done an average 195 to 200 something pesos for a small piece. I mean, yeah. But I don't eat it all the time. I just like to have it around. Yeah. Let's see what else here. Well, my eyes, I'll tell you, they go in and out. Yeah, I hate those plastic windows. They love putting in houses around Southeast Asia. No, they're real glass. I assure you of that. They're those plastic things. They'll cloud up anyway. They'll just, yeah. Lots of glass around here. Lots of glass. Are we finished with hurricane season, or are we just starting, my dear? Are we, when's hurricane season? Are we finished with it, or are we starting it?
Still.
Huh?
Yeah, it's still
It's
hurricane.
still.
Yep.
Actually, it happens any time here, really. I guess there's no. Well, they say there's a certain season for that, but I think it's pretty much all the way around. How many of how many of those cheese names do you think your huh, greatest fan knows? uh, Probably never eaten cheese that's not out of a can or pre-cut. No, I bought some real cheese. Not a big block, a small thing. It was very expensive too, though. But from this place, it's real cheddar. It's red cheddar, they call it. And this place will even have these big old 5 pound sizes of like Parmesan cheese. That the restaurants will use. Let's just grate it on the meal. On pasta, whatever. Yeah. So one place I could get some of this stuff. They also have these thin slices of like small things of salami or pepperoni in packages. Very expensive though. You don't get anything in there at all. But that's a little bit too rich for me. I don't usually eat that. I will admit the one thing I really love is pizza. And unfortunately that's not something you could eat all the time. And generally around here, I don't know, you might find some places that use real pepperoni, but I think there's a lot of substitutes they're using, and I think the cheese is maybe made of a cheese milk. I mean, it's more made of a cheese product or a copycat product. Okay, yeah, but Cocoa Bar, I buy. We generally buy our pizza there. It's really thin. Well, you don't really get your money's worth really on there. For large pizza, what was it? 4.95 for a large pizza. Yeah, and it's just not that large, and they're so thin. I could sit there and easily eat 6 slices of that at a meal, easily. But I dress it up myself a little bit more, though. I have usually grated Parmesan cheese, I throw on it, and a little bit of olive oil when I have it. In fact, I'm just about totally out of extra virgin olive oil. I can't get it around here, anything good. or any of it really. I might be able to get that up in Bantayan, but all they got is these clear bottles. You don't want to buy the clear bottles of extra virgin. It's not going to be worth your money. It's not very potent. So I don't know. I can maybe order somebody to bring it coming back from Cebu or something like that. I don't know. Okay, let's see. But let's see. It's been overcast. It's been in and out. There was sun today. It gets breezy, then it's not. We were running the generator again. Yes, we were. But tomorrow I'm going to have this dude come by and just let him screw with the damn thing. I'm going to have him take the damn carburetor out, and I'll take it and go up to Bantayan probably and go to this one place and see if they have a replacement, which they should. It's the same kind of carburetor that you see very commonly used around here in motorcycles, actually in a lot of smaller boats and stuff. It should be really hard to get. And then, once that's good, because it's a real pain in the ass how I gotta work with this generator. Just the past 3 days, we've had so much brownout long term, and it's a pain in the ass. Is what it is. It's a major pain in the ass. Otherwise, I'm doing very well. Feeling good. Looking okay. Um, I don't feel any different when maybe I was 30 years old. Really. That's how I feel every day. I don't feel other than occasional body ache, which I do get. I know one damn thing. If I lean down for any length of time, I will definitely feel it in my lower back. That I will tell you. Mm-hmm. You go, girl. I will feel it in my lower back. So kneeling down for any length of time. So if Barry tells me to suck his dick, I just can't really do that because I can't kneel down for any length of time, Barry. And I don't want to give you that pleasure, although you're attracted to me, apparently, to keep on asking me to suck your dick all the time. But it's embarrassing just to say that. Oh, did I mention his name? Oh, gosh. Okay. We don't want the show to be about him. I want it to be bright and cheery and think about doves and beautiful oceans and skies and birds and pleasantry. That's what I want. I want pleasantry. Can we just do that? I might even continue blogging and do shows. Maybe I interview people. Concentrate on Filipinos or foreigners, their life out here, and what they really feel about it. But who knows? Who knows? Brisket says, Bummer's slamming his fist against the cell bars after hearing that news. Well, I just read it no more than an hour ago. And if charges are put on somebody as such, or even without you formally putting charges, the DOJ, they're all connected with the immigration. They're all together, you know what I mean? All the intramural. I mean, they're all together, man. They gets wind of that he was knocking the immigration the way he was. But then getting wind and seeing the videos of him actually inciting violence and death from his jail cell, his detention center? Are you fucking kidding me? Who does that? Well, he does. Maybe you could rebrand your channel to Travel Film. Yeah. I don't really think that I'm going to be doing a whole lot of traveling in the Philippines. Who knows? I may not be able to stay here. Remember what's going on with that? Who knows? Hey, I got an open mind, but we'll try to remedy that. And by the way, Slummer, listen, I don't bribe anybody. And I've never bribed anybody out here in the Philippines. Just get that through your thick skull. All this talk also about bribery with the Philippines, I don't think they appreciate that either. Boy, you just really scoring really well with this immigration, people, aren't you? Not. You're not doing a good job. In fact, you're doing a terrible job with that. I don't know. I just don't see a rainbow at the end of your future. I just don't see it, man. No, and I'm not trying to be a crumb bun either. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm really not. You're doing this yourself, man. I didn't tell you to incite violence against me or that you want to see me dead and you're inciting other people to put a bullet in my head and you put a bullet in my head. I didn't tell you to say that. Did I? Did I tell him to say that? I'm not inciting any violence on here. In fact, the only thing you ever heard me say on here is I'm not an advocate of violence. I've said that for years. I do not advocate violence. I don't care what your problem is with somebody. I did say, however, if somebody approached you, hand up, ready to strike, that's a whole different story. Then I advocate violence only upon self protection. That's it. That's it. I don't like violence. It's surprising that I watched things on mixed martial arts. It's very surprising to me because I'm not, you know, it's a blood sport, is what it is. I don't believe in blood sports. It's become so common now. Ever see some of these guys? They get really bloodied up. And people, people are animals. They love that shit, man. It's got a new society out there, man. Since gaming came out, this new generation with gaming, the last generation, and violence on gaming, very desensitized to violence and blood and stuff like that. That's what's going on, man. That's what's going on. The times are changing, as they say. The times are a changing, and they are. I'm almost glad I'm at my age in a certain fact. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to see the far future as to what it's going to turn into. Really, I kind of feel sorry in a way for children these days because, well, the future is theirs to see. And what I see coming of their future, I don't see it's going to be anything great in this world. I mean, you just named the issues. There's environmental factors. There's wars. There's just people. A lot of apartheid and people being divided, and having a president that influences these kids too. A bully as a president. What is that message sending out to these kids? It's over. It's over. Let's just face it. It's over. People have come, they've just been desensitized to so much shit. Racism, violence, political parties are getting absolutely dangerous with each other. You know, I mean, there should be one party, a party for the people, not Democrat and Republican and independents and blah, blah, blah. And I mean, it's all for the people, right? That's the way it's supposed to be in the United States, but it's not. Whether you're Democrat, politician, Democratic or Republican, you're supposed to be working for the best of the country. Isn't that supposed to be so? But all they're doing is fighting with each other. Even the news networks. Fox hates CNN. CNN hates Fox. Fox is all Republican. CNN is more Democratic. Even in the goddamn news stations. People are divided, man. They're all divided. What's wrong with this world? I don't know. I don't know. When the time comes I leave this earth, I'm not going to care. you know, I'll leave it up to you that survive me to deal with the crazy fucking future. You know, knock each other out. I mean, now Barry has a baseball bat. Oh, I mentioned that too. It's on camera, so he can't get rid of it. That's on camera. Can't get rid of it now. He has a fucking baseball bat. Of course, it's a junior size one, but that could do a lot of damage. Oh, he could kill somebody with that. And he's in a goddamn detention cell, and stupid fucking Drew gives him a fucking weapon? Seriously? I thought that guy's supposed to be intelligent, or he tries to act like he is, but that was not an intelligent move at all. Maybe he's fucking with Barry's head all this time. Do you ever think about that? then maybe that's what he's doing, pretending to like him and bringing him brisket sandwiches and, I got some things for you. And pulls out a baseball bat and a couple of thousand. When did he ever give him a couple of thousand? You never see that from him. No, no, no. He's trying to dress to impress. The previous is trying to dress to impress for some reason. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 Kramer. No, 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 no. Okay, speaking of Seinfeld, there is a fucking episode. Well, it's not an episode, god damn it. It wasn't Jerry, you know, doing this routine. But I'll tell you, man, oh, what do I smell? What do I smell? Oh, that ain't for me, that's pork. Is that pork? Is that chicken chunks?
Chicken.
Look at that. Look at her go. My God, I love this one. I love you truly, truly I do. Stay in my life forever, because I love you. Look at that. Look at that. Ay, ay, ay. Look at her go. Look at her go. Yay. I'm a lucky, ooh, what a lucky man I am. Oh, what a lucky man I am. You know, I break into song and dance. I do this every day. I can't be that miserable. I sing, I'm always singing songs during the day. Something comes to my mind, I sing it. I find a good beat on TV or something going on, I break into a fucking dance, man. I'm a dancing fool. If you're gonna call me a fool, call me a dancing fool. That's all right. I got so much talent, I don't know what the hell to do with it. So I do YouTube shows, of all things. YouTube shows. Oh, I hear the moo cow going. The moo cow. So things at the Ponderosa are going pretty good. Constant upkeep. I would love to take that tree down right there. Oh, believe me, I would. It takes some pros to do that, though, and someone who's got fucking guts to climb up there with a saw, because that's what they do. They do it by hand up here. A lot of them don't have chainsaws, because this tree, well, a lot of leaves come off, but it does provide a certain amount of shade around the house to a certain degree. But it's not good for the house if there was a big hurricane out here. I don't know. You can see how this kind of leans. I want to show you this. You can see the direction it's leaning, and then how it just kind of goes back up that way. And you can see the roots here, because, you know, she's always sweeping out here, you know, with the leaves and stuff. See that pile there? We go through this almost every day. It's the other side of the house. That's, you know, unbelievable. Frank Zappa. Frank Zappa Crappa. I had that poster once, by the way. Frank Zappa Crappa, yeah. All the greats have died. You notice that? All the greats have died. Like I said, there's a beginning and an end to everything, man. It's something we can't stop. Some people, you just can't stop them from telling lies and doing stupid things. But hey, there's a big old moo cow out there. You want to go visit the cow and say hello? What do you think about that, folks? In about a minute, we'll go visit the moo cow. What I like about it is it's like I'm living in a country. I sort of am. I am actually. I mean, it's a province. It's an island. You know, got some goats and cows across this field here, and it's a nice kind of a pastoral feeling, you know. It's kind of cool. You want me to go to the cow? Can it do it? The Dancing Fool by Frank. Well, call me a fool, but don't call me away from dinner. Everybody's a fool. The whole world's a stage, my friends. The whole world is a stage. Don't you understand that by now? The whole world is a stage, And we're all actors on that stage. We're all performing. Well, I don't know how my signal will be, but let me go say hello to the Moo Moo Cow. You ready, boys? Let's go visit the Moo Moo Cow. I do this strictly for your entertainment, though. You understand that. It's better than talking about somebody. Somebody. I don't think my signal's going to hold that. But let's see what happens. You're probably going to get a broken signal. So much. Nope, I can't do it. I tell you, I can't. But there's the house. Big sucker, isn't it? Yeah, I could only go a certain distance from the house, and then it'll go into disconnect. But see all this grass that grows here, we got to get rid of. I mean, we always, I don't know, we try to help people out a little bit around here, having them come over and pay them. I could do that myself, but as I said, kneeling down a lot, that's why I can't be a good dick sucker, Barry. Sorry, you always want me to suck your dick, but I told you I don't go that way. Besides, I can't kneel down. Okay. I have to pick all this shit out. I gotta repaint this freaking wall too. Home maintenance. Isn't she pretty? Isn't she pretty? Isn't she lovely? Oh, we'll talk about something. I'll find a song for it. I'll definitely find a song for it. See that little square thing up there? That's our antenna, That's catching a signal. Square. It's square. And that sucker moves too. You're not going to see it, but it'll move to catch the satellite. There's movement to that, I tell you. There's the old satellite. We can still keep that, just in case. It's all looking good. Yeah, the cow's name is Brisket. Yeah, okay, let's name the cow. Let's call that cow Brisket. And you can see how the sun is starting to set. You can see in the distance, the sun on the trees. A lot of mango trees over here. All this here, really, a lot of it is mango. They're not like big, nice mangoes, but, Oh, Ginger, I'm coming back in, sweetheart. I don't go chat. I don't do that. I don't go chat. I might do that with the cats sometimes. I don't say chat. I say get, whatever, These are my children here. She scratches a lot, but she doesn't have fleas. Just, allergies. Everybody got allergies. Anyway, everything looking good. Looking good as it should. About the windows. No, they're glass. They're not plastic. These are thicker glass pieces here. Oh boy, they are. In this section. Everything looking good in the hood. And these are sweet potatoes that are growing here. A lot of sweet potatoes. We got some things growing here, a few things. We got some papaya things starts growing. There's a big one over here somewhere. I think we got them all off, though. Got banana trees. And this one here is draping right over the house. Right over the house. Yeah, I'm going to probably tomorrow have to cut that. Because it allows bugs and ants and everything to climb up and, cats and what have you. I don't think there's many rats around here because we got so many cats hanging around. Oh, yeah, they'll go here. They'll make themselves comfortable. Oh, yeah, we find paw marks in here and they'll come in here and sit in here like, hey, why not? Cats make themselves comfortable no matter where they are, See, my dogs are very reactive when they hear kids. Well, Ginger is mostly, and she just follows. Sal just follows because Ginger, when she was a little one, kids would tease her sometimes the other side of the gate, and she didn't like that. So that's why she barks at them a lot. She'll never attack the kids, but behind the fence, she'll. She's a tough guy, like the other guy. She's a tough guy behind the fence, behind the bars. But they warn us. They're very good at what they do. I must say that. I must admit that. Uh-oh, what do I got here? Oh, stay away. Spray your eyes with this sucker, baby. You ain't going nowhere. No, I kind of know where the ants come from, basically, and I try to keep them under control. I don't really like using I don't use it very often, this stuff. I really actually don't. I don't. But the outside of my bedroom window, I've done that. And just sometimes around the edges, like the kitchen window, something like that there. If I could smell it, it's getting in my body, so I smelt it. It's not a good thing. On a minute, you might signal. Okay. What was I going to do? Certain strategic areas I'll spray. Not much. Only for real good reasons I'll use this. Anyway, we get these sacks. They call them sacos. You got any sacos? Okay, sacos. They sell them for like, I don't know, 10 pesos a piece. These are big bags. This we put our garbage in. Then we bring them up to the corner up the block, and the garbage truck comes every so often and picks it up. Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to happen. It's not perfect. Satellite is, and for what we pay for this, it's not. I never said it was perfect. Never said I was perfect, you know. No. Satellite is not perfect. Anyway, this is the home. This is the Ponderosa. Do I smoke cigars? No, not cigars. Johans Jacobs. Hello, whoever you are. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Well, I'm down to 6 people. That ain't good. That means it's time to go. Got to figure out, it might be a salad tonight. I don't know. You can get Wi-Fi extenders for. Yeah, I know. I've been talking about that forever. Talk is cheap. I know. I'm sure if I find some place that have them, I'll probably pick them up, you know. Yeah, because it's a pain in the ass. It really becomes a pain in the ass. It really does. I should be able to walk all around this damn house with no problem. It should not be a dead zone, but, well, there is. What can I say? I could definitely tell you that the service we have is far better than what I had before. Oh, jeez. So all is well, as far as I know, on the Eastern Front here, as far as I could tell you so far. But I kind of thought I'd bring that little issue up because what an individual did was that was a huge no-no, man. And you gotta people gotta stop denying stuff. It's either he said that or he didn't say it. You either heard it or you didn't. You either have it recorded or you don't have it recorded. That's why he got shocked when he went to that hearing, and he was in the room. I actually showed up one time. And that's when evidence was presented. Here it is on the big screen. His mug in there, calling me a child predator and everything else. It was right there, several on each count. And he says, I'm just going to plead guilty to one charge of... No, you got 5. It's the same thing, but they're just different charges, separate. How many times you've said it. We could have put in 100 reports. You would have had 100. Well, it's according to what the fiscal wants to take, That's the way it works, Isn't she lovely? La-do-do-do-do-do. I don't know. For a guy that's supposed to be so stressed out with all the legal shit and all that, I don't seem to be. I handle things, on a day-by-day basis, man. That's all I do. Everything has a beginning and, everything has an end, too. Whether you want to believe that or not. There's a start to something, there's a finish to something. Everything comes out in the wash eventually. Behave badly, you're going to be treated badly by the law. That's the way it is. Yeah, there's a lot of bugaboos and inefficiencies in the Philippines. There absolutely is. I wouldn't be lying, and you wouldn't be lying knowing that stuff. There is, but, like John Blaze likes to say, it is what it is. Cha-cha-cha-cha. It is what it is. You got to deal with it. Inefficiencies in government agencies are abound. It's everywhere, actually, It's not just here, but it seems like it's more here. It seems more pronounced. As I said, I don't make the rules. I just try to follow them. And believe me, you live out here, you're just... Don't lick that, please. Don't. Boy, I waste more money on cortisone for this dog's toes. She just licks it right off. Jesus Christ. It's like over... What is it? $4 or more for a tiny little... Not even a half-inch Yeah. I'm just kicking back, brother. Kicking back. Look at the size of these legs, brother. Damn. I'm not frail, that's for damn sure. Uh, just sit here and relax with me for a second before we go. Let me relax. In my favorite chair. I haven't watched TV all day, to tell you the truth. Well, we had no internet a little portion of the day and the past couple of days. Nah, man, just chilling out, just chilling like a doing, just day by day. Oh, they make jokes about it. If Frank gets up, he's going to have a cigarette, he's going to urinate. Yeah, I do, actually. You got that right. First thing I do is take a piss, probably go outside, maybe have a smoke. I do. I get my tea going. Mm-hmm. You got the routine down. Okay, afterwards and all that, if I'm not doing a fucking show, go do a little exercise. I've been doing a lot of more like calisthenic type stuff, more like strength training in some sense. No, I don't use a 5 pound or a 5 kilo. Wait, this one you seen on here? This one here? Oh, it's under the chair. I can't get it out. No, this is just when I'm sitting down. I use a 20-pound weight for each of my arms, and I do like 20 on one arm and 20 on the other, and I'll do a little bit above the head with that too. That's what I do. I'm not dealing with little 5 kilos. This is 20. It's adequate. You can get a lot done with a 20 pound weight, actually, quite a bit. I've seen things on the internet. These guys really have some good development from a lousy 20-pound deal, And I mean, you're not going to become Atlas or Schwarzenegger, in his younger days, but you'll get a little muscle tone, which is what you need as you get older. But yeah, I want to find that guy. I want to interview this guy. I want to see what the hell he eats. I want to know everything about him. We have a 100-year-old farmer that lives in town here, yeah. According to my truck driver guy. I seen a guy in front of me. That's why he mentioned it to me, the truck driver. And he looked very old. I said, yeah, that guy's kind of on the old side. I said to my partner, my love of my life, my Plymouth Rock. And then he said, no, that guy's 100 years. I said, you kidding me? Yeah, he does a lot of running. I mean, he still does running? I think he's the guy that I heard about that actually swims and runs. He's 100 years old? Man. Well, let's be honest about something here now. Let's be real honest. You can do that stuff, but don't, if you're ready in your 60s or 70, I certainly would not recommend you to do that, right? You got to build up to something. I'm betting that the 100-year-old isn't from old Alabama. I don't think so. Come on, imagine being 100 years old and you could run. Jesus, I guess the guy probably used to do marathons and all that shit. See what I mean about moving your blood? Was I wrong? You guys know I'm right all the time. All right, I got to get off because the numbers are going down. I don't want to bore you with that to death. I just thought I'd come on and mention that, yeah, when you're inciting violence on somebody like that, you say you're going to murder them or have somebody, pay a Filipino 50,000, put a bullet through your head or whatever, and then say it yourself that I want to see him dead, I want to see him killed. Oh boy. Oh boy. That is a bozo no-no. If you remember Bozo the Clown. I used to watch that show. I remember the kid, a live audience, like that kind of thing. The kid went to grab Bozo's nose, and Bozo goes, that's a bozo no-no. I don't know if you remember Bozo, if you're old enough to remember that. Bozo the Clown, man. Speaking of clowns, you don't come on social media. Oh my God. And it's not like one time, it's multiple, Many, actually. Many. Not an isolated incident. I'm not talking about isolated incidents, You know. And actually say that. Especially under the conditions and situation that the guy's in right now. That's not something that you do. No, it's not. Only one bozo I know of in Cebu. Brisket, 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 brisket. Brisket and lottery. Yeah, the lottery. His cousin's going to win the lottery. When he wins the lottery, he's going to help me out. Please don't tell me that desperate that you're waiting for your cousin to win the lottery. What's the odds of anybody winning the lottery? Nevertheless, your own cousin or yourself or whatever. Really, come on. I used to play that shit all the time. The most I ever won was $20 or something. Get a couple of them right or whatever. I used to play that shit. But, if you don't play, you don't win. But I would trust the lottery system in America more than I would here. You know. But hey, that really builds up here sometimes. So really phenomenal amounts. I mean, really. But I'm going to tell you something. Hey, the one thing you're not going to do out here. If you want these people who played the lottery out here and you won one of them big jackpots, a lot of money, man, you better just keep it anonymous, man. Don't tell your neighbors anything. Don't even tell your other relatives anything. Just move out. Move out to a town as far as you can get from your relatives. Tell the press whatever, you don't want their names mentioned. Nothing like that. Because that is big trouble. It invites trouble. Oh, it does. It does. Oh, I sure did. Oh, my parents always played the numbers. In fact, I had an uncle. Now that you asked that question, an uncle on my mom's side, Uncle Deech. Uncle Deech. Eugene, really. Uncle Deech. He was a strong arm. You didn't pay your numbers money or something. He'd break your bones. I think that's why I never knew him growing up. They always told me that he's working in another country or something out of state. They didn't want to tell me he was in prison. I don't know. He might have killed somebody. I don't know. I have no idea. To this day, I still don't know. I just know that he wasn't like this big guy, but he was burly for his height. He had very ruddy-looking skin. He had kind of wide biceps, big, and he had tattoos. Not that that means you're a tough guy, but, it's a way of expressing yourself with some people, I guess. Tattoos supposed to make you a rough guy, but he was. Hey, he beat the shit out of me once. Oh, he sure did. I had a chipped tooth up until a couple of years ago on my top, so I had it capped. He really liked my mom. They got along really well, And he didn't like that I was acting out on a few things, and maybe something I didn't agree with my parents or something. And then, of course, my brother was into some bad shit. He was hoping my brother was there at the time. I was going to warn him out the window. Don't come up. Deech is here, Uncle Deech is here. And he had this gun mole with him. I swear to God, it's like out of a fucking 30s movie or something. I call him his gun mole. This guy was skinny and shit, frail, and this long nose. And he hung around him like a leech, It was like a remora that attaches itself to a bigger fish, to a shark or something. It was his remora. I used to call him his gun mole. I'm not kidding. And he's broke a lot of bones, my uncle. I'll tell you that. I don't know what else he's did. I don't know, but he broke a lot of bones. If you didn't pay your bills, he was hired to kind of teach you a lesson to say, hey, you need to pay up, my friend. And that's what he did. He absolutely did. And then he did something really wrong. I could talk about this now because he's long dead, but yeah. I think it had to do to, in fact, 60,000. There you go. I don't know what the figure was. I don't know what it was. It was some kind of illicit money that he figured, man, I'm just not making enough support my wife and kids, and a lot of people got sucked into this kind of situation. And he ran off with this money. It could have been drug money. But I'm thinking, he took off and went to Arizona. Yeah. Arizona. So, yeah, he was a tough guy. No, he was a tough guy. Oh yeah, what happened with me? Okay, I didn't finish the story, but I gave the story before. Next thing you know, he's saying, well, what's going on with you and your mother? You're giving her a hard time or something. You know, and you can't tell when he's drinking, you know. He hides it real well, but when he drank a lot, he's probably got the guts to come over there and just, you know, I had no idea that was going to happen. Well, I'll tell you what happened. All of a sudden, he just started pounding on me, my back, my chest, and hit me in the jaw. In fact, chipped one of my upper front teeth. I thought my jaw was broken. He turns around, gives me a $20 bill, says, be a good boy. And I took the 20. Damn right I did. Called my mother up and said, Deech was here and he beat me up. She didn't know what to say about that. Even her sister, which is Deech's wife, she was pissed. She never got along with him. She knew he was a thug and all that. You know, how much he did to support the family at the time, I don't know. I have no idea. Growing up, though, he didn't exist when I was a little kid. He just didn't exist. Yeah. So that's an elaborate answer. Do I play the numbers in New York? If you play, you better pay. You know, that's all I can tell you. And then, let's see, they have what you call loan sharks in America. Here, you'll call them Indians. How different the culture is, you know. Oh, gosh. Anyway, I do got to get off. It's almost time to eat here. I don't know, what is it, like chicken chunks with broccoli, and is there curry? She's making curry? I don't know. There'll be vegetables in there, though. I'm the bean guy, the kidney bean guy. I go to this one store. The only ones that sell the kidney beans, because they get it from S&R, but then again, I've never seen them in S&R. You know, believe it or not, there's not a lot of canned goods in S&R. Unless you want to buy peas or cream corn or kernel corn. They just don't have a good selection of canned products. Like, you know, like say you've got a pantry and you want to put food in the pantry in case of an emergency, like a big storm or something, and you can't go out and get food, you know, something ready to eat in a can, you know, that maybe you don't even have to cook either. There's really not a good choice in these stores, even in Cebu. There really is, unless you want Spam or something. I can't eat that shit. I'd eat it if I had to. There's not even good corned beef, you know. I used to buy the Libby's corned beef hash. I used to like that. Every now and then you'll see that. You'll see that. Yeah. Heidi could 5, 6, 50. Heidi could 5, 6 pay up or I'll sit. Oh, 5, 6 pay up or I'll sit on. Yeah. I put a comment in her show. I said, I mean, I was nice about it, but you know, I said, you know, you're putting so much energy into this show. You're not making shit money, and shouldn't you worry about your health? I mean, you've got lupus. You know, you're entirely obese. Do you not care about yourself or something? And maybe she said, move on to the next question. Something she wrote back or something. Some people don't want to address their issues, and you can't feel sorry for them. You want to be obese like that, on top of having lupus. She knows she doesn't have a long future. But maybe, you know, she's doing something she likes. I mean, I can't totally knock what she does, except we all gossip. If we mention anybody's name, it's gossip. Call it what it is, Chismis. It is what it is. It's just how far you want to go to. But to devote a whole show, daily show with Chismis, no, I don't like that. No. No, I really don't. Everybody talks about somebody or something, but to make a career out of it like some people do, I mean, nah, you gotta have other topic matters, and I do. I always do. You know damn well I do. That question was quite the elephant in the room. Haha, yeah. She's got a lot of shit. A lot of them do. Look at Licky, man. I mean, Jesus Christ, we do talk about him. And I'll mention him because he's been giving shit to me lately, so I'll talk about him. No problem. He's gotten even bigger than I could picture him. His face. You got to give a zip code to his fucking head. His face is really expanded. The amazing expanding man. Was that rain that came down? No, that was a fan. The fan changes speeds on its own. I don't know what it's doing. Made by Panasonic. But anyway, really, and I'm so serious about this. Obesity is what's preventing people from living that longer life. We were doing good for a while, real good. Then I don't know what happened, and it happened especially during COVID. What fast food places were open, people were stocking up on that shit and eating it. But it was well before that. Look, I haven't been to Seattle in a long time, and the last time I was there, I noticed it right away. This is a number of years ago. I noticed it right away. I said, what am I looking at here? And I always remember me and my brother pointing it out. I mean, he could have used to lose some weight himself, but nevertheless, sitting maybe in a clinic, go for a checkup, and watching the people that were coming in there, I would say, holy shit, how big they were. Now, the Hawaiians are naturally pretty big. And they eat all that pork, and like Fazio did, pork, pork, pork. You know, they eat and they eat and they eat. And I noticed it there too. So a lot of the issues that people are going to see doctors for is diabetes. They got to get their sugar level under control, their glucose under control. God. And I didn't realize how bad liquor was until I really studied on it. What liquor does, worse than cigarettes. That will, like, in a shorter period of time, affect every fucking organ in your body. I'm not shitting about that. It's for real. Brisket says, has Ricky ever used cutlery, or does he just lower his snout into the food? Well, I'll tell you what, he sure snouted up this Hungarian sausage we had for breakfast here one time. Tell you that. I'll tell you that. He sure did. A free meal to Ricky is a free meal. That's why I used to walk around Vegas picking up all these little freebie tickets, that gives you a little meal or something, or some points off a meal in Vegas or something. He made a career out of that. But what I understand is that his little bounty is running dry. He's just going to wind up with his basic social disability or something. I can't explain. You guys knew it better than I did, He opted to take out more from his retirement fund or something, and then it's winding down or something now. So, something like that. I don't know. But free is good. Free is good, right? Free is good. We know a few people out there that kind of follow that creed. Free is good. You don't find soup kitchens, really, in the Philippines. Not really. Unless the church is sponsoring something, man. But in America, you find that. And I know that Ricky and his other, good friend there, they would definitely be at these soup kitchens. And even Ricky, if he had money, he's floating around 34,000 pesos the other night. That's how much he was willing to spend on some whores? Really? I don't know. I can find better use for money for 34,000 pesos. But he lives in a cheap, shitty little apartment. And if he was really making 8,000 or 9,000 a month, come on, man. He'd be showing that off. Living in, a high floor in a condo somewhere in a nice place. No, I don't buy all that. I don't buy anybody's story on it. Let's just put it that way. I don't buy anybody's story. And I gotta go. As I said, just a little, turned out to be a bigger ditty than a little ditty about the consequences of inciting harm on somebody else in this country, especially murder. This is going to turn out to be a big issue. I have a good feeling on that. And I don't know. He hasn't put a show on. Certainly not today or last night. He's better off. I mean, he's really better off not doing that. But he won't listen. He'll put a show on because he has to. Unless Unless they actually decide to finally come down on him with these letters and this time actually take his fucking phone and shit away, which I hope they did. But he'll be back on somehow, some way. You'll find him back on. He always gets away with it somehow. I don't know. He manages to get away with it. But the word has been out lately, and it's been coming down hard and heavy on him with the inciting murder and violence. Maybe this time they're actually doing something. I don't know. Guess we'll find out, won't we? Man, you gotta be cool sometimes, people, you know? Just chill out a little bit. You know, he's really depending on his girlfriend's situation, I can tell you that. He's really dependent on that. Oh, he is. Well, we'll see, said the blind man as he tried to cross some heavy traffic. I don't know. I don't think it's going to turn out good for the person who put the report in. I could tell you that. But time will tell. All right, guys, thanks for listening. It's been a real pleasure. Take care. You all take care now here.